Again, I think, yeah, I did not know that my stream was like cut off. My internet connection is so bad. It is so bad right now that I thought I was still streaming. I thought I was still streaming, only to find out that the stream was no longer active. It's so insane. Anyway. Oh my goodness. I hope. Oh my goodness. I hope. I'm just hoping that this is like a temporary thing, because nothing has changed. My PC is still the same, our internet connection is still the same, but right now I'm getting a really bad internet connection, and I can only attribute it to maybe the sudden increase of network users because of the ongoing city fiesta. Maybe. I don't exactly know. And look at that, 0 kbps. Oh wow. Okay, so now everything is degraded. Oh wow. Wow, okay, so everything is degraded. I'm not even sure if I'm still live. It says here, Rumble is recovering, YouTube is recovering. Guess everything got connected or recovered. This is just insane. Again, I just hope that this is just something that happens today. So this was posted 20. This PS5 exclusive is an absolute embarrassment by Clinic. Okay, let's go check this out. Why is it an embarrassment?
It happened, boys and girls.
See, even YouTube is buffering. That shouldn't be happening.
Mostly boys, we have our first flop of the year. Congrats. That's the kind of news I like to wake up to. But Clinic, what game was this? Well, I'll tell you. Imagine a survival horror game, a sexy protagonist, dinosaurs trying to eat you alive. Dino Crisis Reborn. The game isn't actually any of those things, but it tries to be. Let's talk about it. Code Violet. That is the name of our first flop this year. I want you to remember it. Code Violet. Announced the 17th of January last year. It faced 2 delays. Yes, 2. Originally supposed to release last July. And after all of that extra work, this is the final product. Yeah, that's not good. Alright, so we're gonna make a survival horror dinosaur game. Yeah. Now, does anyone here actually know how to make a game? Nope. Well, let's just wing it. What's the worst that could happen? The team behind this masterpiece is called Team Kill Media. Appropriate name because they are about to kill the studio.
So,
What went wrong for this game? Almost everything, but let's start somewhere. Code Violet is a third-person survival horror game. You're in a space station. You're trying to escape with your friends. There's dinosaurs trying to jiggle physics. Now let us see what special features this game has. You know what that means. Hold the glasses. I don't want to see this game in 4K. Heart-stopping survival gameplay. Strategic inventory management. Explosive action horror combat. Stunning ray trace visuals with Unreal Engine's megalights. Sony's 3D audio. Huh? Am I immersed now? I don't feel immersed. Adaptive triggers and haptic feedback. Gripping conspiracy narrative. Mind-bending puzzles. Terrifying prehistoric creatures. Look at this game, bro. It looks like it had a budget just to cover the jiggle physics. The main character is the selling point for this game. Lord knows it's not the gameplay. Does this look like a $50 game to you? I don't think so. Now, I'm not buying this game. Firstly, because it looks like ass, and secondly, because the devs suck. Ass. Now, this game is a PS5 exclusive. Yep, that's right, exclusive to the PS5. Makes it sound like a premium experience, doesn't it? You see, it's only available on the one console, the PS5. You want to make your game exclusive to the PS5? Do you have to? You do know we're not giving you any money, right? Okay, I guess you can put the trailer on the PlayStation channel. Trailer, by the way, lullaby trailer. Remember that! Goddamn Dead Space is the best space! I don't know how Sony feel about this, but if I was them, I would not want this game attached to the brand of PlayStation. But then again, they... So, who knows how Sony feel? Probably don't care. Probably don't even know exclusive isn't a money thing. Why do it? Seems like a strange decision. Well, that's where Team Kill Media really did try some team killing on the sales of their game. Did that make sense? I feel like that made sense. New Dino Crisis-like game is PS5 exclusive because you're all sickos. It's your fault they have to be a PS5 exclusive. You're too degenerate. It's too much. How dare you? For those asking us about a PC version of Code Violet, the reason we are not bringing it to PC is we do not want anyone modding vulgar versions of the main character as well as other characters in the game. They are afraid that you might make some vulgar mods on their game for Brian over there to use. Yes, you, Brian, you know what you do. Not me. Never me. I don't partake in said degeneracy. Load up Resident Evil 4. Load up Resident Evil 4? Can't. Don't have it installed. We hold our voice actresses and actors with high regard, as well as our artistic vision for the game and story, and reject any form of destroying that with sexual mods, Team Kill wrote, making a joke out of our art and
They are
possibly
the only
tarnishing the
ones
reputation of
allowed
our
to
voice actresses and
sexualize
actors
their
is not
voice
worth the extra money
actresses.
we can make on PC. How noble. You see, this is about making their actors feel safe and protected. Makes sense, makes sense. Except the main actress looks nothing like the protagonist for their game, which may or may not be on P. It is supposed to look like her. But it doesn't. This whole thing is stupid. Not putting your game out to the millions and the millions of PC players because you're afraid some of them are going to mod it? Mod characters that don't look like the actors. Mod a few pixels. If someone has bought the game, it is theirs to do with as they please. Here at Nintendo, we disagree with that statement. Yes, we do. It's not as if people will see a mod and think, the developers, they're disgusting. Why would they make this? I'll never buy a game from them again, I'll say on social media. Resident Evil mods are very popular, especially Leon Kennedy mods, because women are disgusting. They'll just never admit to being degenerates. But it's never damaged the reputation of Resident Evil or Capcom. It's so stupid. It's also so judgmental. Like all PC players are some degenerates, not us. They also started attacking people for questioning the exclusivity decision, which is always a good thing to do when you're trying to sell a game. Now, the other reason was because it would tamper with their artistic vision. Coming closer, closer, stop. I think the modders would have made this game better. Yeah, I do. The artistic vision. Can anyone find their artistic vision? Let me get my telescope. The hypocrisy of this situation makes it worse. As I'm sure you've noticed by now, because the editor version of me has been showing you clips of the game, they're sexualizing the character themselves. 18th, one of the outfits is called
They didn't want
One of the
modders,
outfits is
PC
straight up
modders,
lingerie.
to
Seriously, what were they
sexualize their
afraid of the
characters
modders doing?
because
Putting her in
they
some
want
clothes? And during
to
the
do
game,
it
it's not exactly
themselves.
like they're trying to
And
keep the
that is
camera
what
away
they
from
did.
her cheeks. Honestly, seems to me like they're doing their hardest to make sure that the badunkadunk is always visible. And on top of that, you got the jiggle physics. And that's fine. I mean, I've been trying to push the industry back to sexy female characters for a while, as many of us have. But I would like the character to be good, and the game to be good. Also, just making the character's assets bigger doesn't automatically make them sexy. It helps. It's like the only part of the game they put any effort into, because the rest of the game looks like, well, ass. It's terrible. I don't buy that the PC players are degenerates excuse from them. It's certainly a strategy to go with, though. No, I think there are many possibilities. It's possible that they couldn't be bothered to do a PC port because that takes time and money. It's possible it makes it sound better than it looks. It's also possible they made it a PlayStation exclusive because it's much harder to get a refund from PlayStation. You're just not getting a refund no matter what. Although it would be funny if Sony did do that now. I only remember 2 times they've refunded games. That is Cyberpunk and Concord. Oh! And Mind's Eye. I forgot about Mind's Eye. 3. I have a theory that they've made the character sexy to appeal to the male audience while putting this statement out there to appeal to the game journalists because they will review the game. See, me and you, us, were on the same page. Whatever the reason was for making it a PlayStation exclusive wasn't a good one because they've earned a very special title. Code Violet is a bottom 5 rated PS5 game and the platform's worst exclusive so far. So deserved. Code Violet currently has a score of 40 on Metacritic, and you don't need me to tell you that's not very good. Just how bad is it though? Well, 5 years of exclusives, Code Violet being the latest of many, Team Kill Media's early 2026 offering is currently the lowest PS5 exclusive in the platform's history. Damn, that's a low score. 40. Wear this title proudly, Team Kill Media. That is one hell of an achievement. Even I-10 for Dragon Age Veilguard IGN gave this a 4. Now that is shocking. Now, of course, we don't care what IGN rates a game. In fact, when they rate a game with a low score, it usually means that game is pretty good. However, I do think they got it right this time, if not even being a little generous. A 4. A 4! Code Violet is not the Dino Crisis successor you may have hoped for. It doesn't even clear the bar of being a successful clone of the various other third-person shooters it cribs most of its ideas from. Its dated map layouts and visual style let its predecessors down. The only weight I felt from its convoluted story and flat, empty characters were on my eyelids. Its anemic host of enemies are dull, and far more scary are the amount of bugs that were in this review build, that though a priority on developer Team Kills Media's list of fixes, hit Code Violet's balance and pacing like a life-ending comet from outer space. Goddamn brutal. Just laying the smack down on Team Kill Media, but ultimately, not brutal enough. Oh, and in typical game journalist fashion, this female character is not ugly enough. It's 2026. Stop forcing good-looking women onto my eyes. My eyes. Outside of being a missed opportunity to introduce a good new character into the greater video game lexicon, it also makes Code Violet's leering, pervy camera work and extensive dress-up options feel like it's crossing the line from fun into creepy. There are tons of characters in game, and the best ones are those that come across as completely in control of their own image while they do so. So it's an unfortunate irony that in a post-Baldur's Gate 3 Stellar Blade world, one where people have never been more ready to accept hunky himbos and skimpy seductresses, Code Violet found one of the few ways to do it wrong. Leering, pervy, creepy, never change. Games journalists never change. Continue being hypocrites. It will never not be funny. Mentioning Stellar Blade as good sexy when games journalists take a swing at Eve whenever the opportunity arises because she's too sexy is just next level hypocrisy. Now sure, this blog poster might be different, but to claim that sexy women are now accepted when games journalists absolutely do not accept them is so dumb when they work in that industry and work with those people. You don't hate games journalists enough. Actually, we like sexy characters. We liked Eve all along. The chuds are the problem. They're just too pervy. Okay, can't wait to see more of that narrative. Now, I didn't play this game, but it would have made a funny review segment, but I was not spending money on this. It's $50 In what world is this game worth almost the same as Expedition 33? It's poorly made, very poorly made. Look at the animation for the dinosaurs, the combat, the facial animations. It's bad. It's not a good game, and it never looked like a good game despite advertising it's a AAA game, which has only made the reception it got worse. This is a low budget indie game and a bad one, and that's okay. It's a low budget indie game and a bad one, and that's okay. It's okay to a Dino Crisis successor. It's neither of those things, it's just wild. Now, if it was advertised as some low budget indie game, then sure, gamers can be sympathetic, they can give developers leeway. Also, don't charge the indie game.
My God, man!
Team Killer Media may be the dumbest bunch of game devs across the gaming space. Maybe. There is a lot of competition for that title right now. What makes this funnier is that this isn't even their first bad game. All they do is make bad games. This isn't a surprise. They made a game called Quantum Error, which Young Ye was a voice actor for. Not relevant, but funny nonetheless. I do not know where this team gets their money from, because it ain't from game sales. They've also got a shitload of games in development. Where is the money coming from? Someone tell me, please? Please don't spend money on this. I never tell people how to spend their money, except for just now. Because it's your money, spend it on what you like. We all have different tastes. But this game is a scam. $50 for that. No, don't buy it, not even for a laugh. They are clearly a bunch of scumbags that are trying to make as much money as they can by making other famous games. What a joke, boys. So there you have it, PlayStation's first flop of the year. That has nothing to do with PlayStation. Here's to a few more. Phantom Blade looks good though, very good. Just here for a while now. You may have noticed my video output has decreased to 2 videos a week. It sucks. I'm not happy with it. The reason is because I need to work more. I need to make more money. Houses are expensive, which means I have less time to make these. I hate taking away content. I always want to give more content. Hopefully one day I can go back to 3 videos a week. I wasn't burnt out. I love doing this. I love talking about video games. It just comes easy to me. So I'm sorry, but 2 videos a week is doable, 3 isn't. Not right now. I appreciate you all though. See you in the next one.
There you go. Another content creator lambasting Code Violet. They're making money off of Violet's what do you call this, popularity right now. Popularity. It is quite popular. Okay, let's take a look at this. LeBron. Okay, so this is the LeBron James drama. Because the sports agent of LeBron James in a podcast with Max Kellerman, I believe, specifically named Austin Reeves, involving some kind of trade. He wanted Austin Reeves traded. Yeah, that was very professional. Anyway, I'll be right back. I'm just going to make some coffee. Coffee. Yeah, while my bitrate is 0. That's good. Real good.
And now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race. Like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know? But you have to step away from it.
I'm always trying to see through your flaws, 'cause I know that you got so much more to give. You made a real mess, but I miss you though, 'cause I can go to sleep when I'm alone again. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be waiting? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in. Every time I see a glimpse of your good side, I start wondering how I could make it last a little longer. Say you wanna fix our problems. How long should I be? Feels like I've had too much of drama, but I'm not ready to give in. Only on from now.
Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to check whether I'm live or not. Yeah, I think I'm still live, right? I'm still live. A real problem for everybody.
If I was the Lakers, I would probably be
This
targeting
is from
the Memphis
behind the line
Grizzlies
shorts.
as a trade because Austin is beloved, which he should be.
But he's
You
about
know,
to get
he's an underdog. And here's the thing, if there's a world where you can do what's best for your team and do what's best for Austin, because Austin deserves to get paid.
This is the problem with players have asked, or in this case, this is the problem when the most high-profile agent in the NBA, who is the agent of the most high-profile player in the league, this is the problem when they have their own podcast. I know Draymond Green, new media. This new media where players are covering themselves, players are covering their own leagues. I know the mainstream media is completely useless. I get it. But that does not mean that this new media is the answer. Because this clip that you just saw, this is one of the media. Recently, Max Kellerman and Rich Paul collaborated together and created a podcast that absolutely no one asked for. Every week, they sit behind microphones in what appears to be, and they talk about sports. No big deal, right? The conversation you just heard, which is complete fantasy, it's similar to conversations that you hear every day on ESPN and FS1 Sports Talk Radio. If this conversation happened between Nick Wright and his white guilt and Chris Broussard, no one cares. If it's between Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon, no one cares. But because this conversation was with Rich Paul, the topic of conversation is automatically linked to LeBron James. Rich Paul is basically advocating for the Lakers to trade Austin Reeves, who is not only a fan favorite in Los Angeles, Austin Reeves is also the Lakers. With Rich Paul saying this publicly, people automatically think that this narrative is coming directly from LeBron James. And if I'm the Lakers, I'm not trading Austin Reeves. I'm doing everything I can to get rid of the real problem. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the channels in the description below. Last night, LeBron James tried to distance himself from Rich Paul's comments about Austin Reeves. I have no control over Richard. Richard is his own man. I'm just a powerless player. If you think I told him to say that, you're a dumbass.
He is the real problem.
Maybe LeBron James is telling the truth. Maybe LeBron James has never had conversations with his agent and best friend about trading Austin Reeves. To be honest with you, that could be the case. But as is often the case, the truth does not matter. The perception is the only thing that... One of the reasons that the truth doesn't matter here is because LeBron James is asking you to take his word for it. And we have many examples in the past where the word of LeBron James has proven to be worth the drizzling shits. By Rich Paul making these comments, he creates a potential problem in the Lakers locker room. If I'm Austin Reeves, I'm wondering if LeBron wants me traded. If I had any trust in LeBron, that trust is now gone. If this were 5 years ago, the Lakers would probably have given LeBron James whatever the hell he wanted. Hell, not only were they willing to spawn a one, not only were they willing to give him millions of dollars, they also put him on the court during the regular season when Bonnie James has absolutely no business competing against real NBA players. Still consistently playing at an elite level. If LeBron wanted Austin, he would be traded. problem is, it's not 5 years ago. LeBron James no longer has the influence, the pull that he's had throughout his NBA career. Why would the Lakers sacrifice their future
Right now,
to
Luka
appease
is
a
wasting
declining
a year.
41-year-old
He's
legend
wasting a
who
year
more than
in
likely
the Lakers
not going to be
playing
with the
with
team next
LeBron.
year? Whether he retires or not doesn't matter to the Lakers. There's absolutely no way they are bringing LeBron James back next year. So
And
why
if
would they
LeBron James
sacrifice
still
their
play
future
next year
to
for
appease
the
Bron?
Lakers,
Why would they trade their second best player
needs to
to
make a
appease
decision.
someone who's
That
been a
is
consistent
another
problem
year,
all season?
another wasted year with playing with.
Instead of trading Austin Reeves, the Lakers should
toxic
be looking to
and,
trade LeBron James. But I don't know if a contender
A
would
toxic
be willing to
player,
take
basically.
him. Would you be willing to pay LeBron James $50 million at this stage of his career? I guess since there's only half the season left, would you even be willing to pay him $25 million? You'd have to match salaries, so you would have to trade one of your impact players in order to acquire LeBron, and it would essentially be a rental because he'll be a free agent this, which likely means the Lakers are stuck with the LeBron James problem that they created. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.
Look, LeJerk is being, well, LeJerk. He's been toxic for 20 years. My goodness. Just sit. The undisputed GOAT of coach killers. Since LeBron has returned, Luka hasn't been himself. Exactly. During those first 10 games or early games where LeBron wasn't playing, Luka was like playing godlike. His defense wasn't terrible. He got like 5 steals, maybe a few times, I think. So you wouldn't get 5 steals if you weren't defending. There's no freaking way you will get 5 steals just by standing there doing nothing. Something to bother or disrupt the ball handler or the defense to get 5 steals. Okay, let's take a look at this. This is from Alpha Tech. SpaceX's new Starship landing somehow shocked NASA. They did a Starship landing? When was this? Did I miss something?
Both Super Heavy and Starship could land on a drone ship in the near future. And this isn't just speculation. It shows up clearly in the FAA's EIS ship, covering launch sites like LC-39A and even SLC-37, where the word drone ship appears again and again. That repetition tells us one thing. SpaceX is preparing for every possible scenario, supporting special missions and reducing risks tied to future Starship landing operations. So, how important could drone ship landings become going forward? And when might we see Starship touch down on a drone ship for the very first time? Let's find out in today's episode of Alpha Tech. In recent years, Starship has emerged as the most ambitious spacecraft ever built. Not just because it's the largest in the world, 124 meters tall, but also because it's powered by Rapigen ever developed. Starship was designed to do things humanity has never done before. Build a permanent base, that same idea, and eventually bring it back to Earth. That said, we should be clear about one thing. Landing on the moon is very different on a drone ship. Even though both use landing legs, the environments and the challenges are almost the exact opposite. On the moon, the surface is covered in loose regolith, fine dust that can be easily blasted away by engine fire, and that dust can turn into a massive cloud, dig small craters, and make it hard for the legs to get a solid grip. That's why SpaceX plans to rely heavily on mid-body thrusters, 18 auxiliary thrusters mounted around the vehicle to precisely control descent without firing the Raptor engines too aggressively and kicking up huge dust clouds. A drone ship in the Atlantic Ocean is a completely different story. Here you're dealing with full 1G gravity and a dense atmosphere, which means much higher descent speeds and a much more aggressive engine burn to slow down. The landing surface itself is solid, but it's also floating, constantly moving with waves and wind. That puts a lot of stress on the landing legs. They have to absorb a hard touchdown and then keep the vehicle stable while the platform is pitching and rolling. That's exactly why Blue Origin's New Glenn uses a robotic system to weld the rocket's legs to the deck after landing, locking it in place before the booster is transported back to shore. And there's another key factor: size. A drone ship built for Starship or Super Heavy would need to be much larger than today's Falcon 9 barges. You're likely looking at a landing deck at least 100 to 150 meters wide, or even more. The larger the platform, the less it reacts to waves, and the safer the landing becomes. So, while moon landings and drone ship landings may look similar on paper, in reality, they're two completely different engineering problems, each with its own set of challenges. At the end of the day, the potential of this approach is very clear. It's already been proven time and time again through Falcon 9 operations, and expanded with Starship. Because this isn't just about landing on a drone ship. Even as a backup option, it helps lay the groundwork for landing on the moon, and eventually, on Mars. And let's be honest, if there's one company capable of turning that vision into reality, it's SpaceX, the world's leading private space company. So, what do you think? Are you excited about that future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
Okay, so see,
One landing leg
it says
deployed.
here, it shocked NASA, but it was never, I don't remember hearing anything like that in the video.
Carry you home. I will carry you home. With you, got nowhere to go.